Just on our way down to check out a couple mines if they're accessible and the water's low enough. We're just at the top of a little bit of a canyon going down to a river. You can see right here, first thing we've come across is an old drill casing. Across there's some oxidization. I don't know if you can see that. A little bit difficult to see from over here, but I've been over there before, and there's an actual vein, sulfide vein running with quartz, and directly across it where your schists are running, we have this right here. And what I'm thinking is this is actually a mine that's been dammed up or filled back in. Definitely doesn't look natural to me. And you can see all the oxidization in the soil. Looks like they were trying to find maybe where the schists and mineral cut through on this side. Goes back about 10-12 feet. So just by the looks of that, I think it is a mine. We're finding some samples here that are quite mineralized, oxidized samples like that, and this is what we're getting out of it. So pretty intense pyrotization, and you can see a little bit more yellowish in color there. That's all chalcopyrite right there. The rest is mostly pyrite. So it's pretty decently mineralized. So this is all just from the one sample here. Nice big hunk. And this is the last piece here. Again, hugely mineralized samples. Lots of oxidized rocks around here. And we just found an exposure. So this looks like it's been newly exposed. And if you take a look here, chalcopyrite, more chalcopyrite, more chalcopyrite. Decent looking samples, decent amount of chalcopyrite, all from right here. We'll hammer a little bit more off. So here's some of the samples that we're pulling off. It's a mix of pyrite and chalcopyrite, but you have quite a bit more chalcopyrite. Nice little exposure here. Okay, so hammering more of that showing here, we found more mineral as we go back in. Again, chalcopyrite primarily, and pyrite as your secondary sulfide. You can just see it's just loaded with mineral. So we're going to move on now. My prospecting partner found a couple more samples here. Looks like pyrite in deteriorated quartz and massive pyrite here in these samples. That was another sample from another vein over there. So that sample we pulled from the pyritized vein is over there. You have mineralization running all throughout here. Right down in here, we just pulled this sample out. Copper sulfides, primarily chalcopyrite and pyrite. So this is what I mean when I say the entire area is mineralized. Loads of sulfides everywhere. This actually runs up all the way to the top side of the mountain. Take a look here. You have loads and loads of quartz all throughout. Just big quartz veins. Although they look pretty barren. I don't see any mineralization, but there is a lot of them. We did see some mineralized rock here. We're gonna have to explore this at a later date. We don't have time to go all the way up there today. If you take a look down here, disseminated mineral in some of the rock. So here's a lesson for everyone to learn. If your quartz looks barren, doesn't mean it always is. We did test that one up there. Didn't see much. We're gonna test that one over there. But we just tested this quartz vein here that was barren. And inside the host rock, you have little bits of chalcopyrite all throughout the sample. Got some pyrite in there running with schists. So decently mineralized sample. And in the quartz vein, this is what it's looking like. More mineralization. Copper sulfides and iron pyrite. Very, very nice looking. We got a couple samples here we're gonna bag and tag. So basically, this is what we're dealing with to get around. It's pretty sketchy. Don't recommend going here alone. This is about the highest the water can be to get by safely. And over here, there's actually a mine. Most of it's collapsed right now, but there's some nice samples that I saw over there. Can't get there right now because of the water unless you drive from the other side. There's also another mineralized vein over here. Lots of quartz here. Most of it's barren though. And where we want to go is down here. You can see the oxidization on the rocks. That's our goal. So you can see all the quartz all over the place. You can see some oxidization on some of the quartz. We've been hammering away here, finding some pieces that are nice. Found a nice mineralized area right here with your quartz. So we pulled a quick sample. This is what it looks like. Copper sulfides and iron pyrite. Really, really good samples. Okay, so now if you take a look here, you have a 2-meter test at it. There's a couple of these on the river, and this one doesn't look like it's got anything in it right now, but a little bit of white back there is quartz. Most likely they were following the quartz that we found samples in, like this. Have a little bit of an open cut right there where it looks like they removed some of the rock. You can see you're getting into quite a bit more schists in your rock, and over there you can see all that sloughed rock down there. I'm not 100% positive, but I think that's a dammed up adit, and they put that there because when the river flooded they couldn't work anything. So there's a shaft somewhere above. It's supposed to lead down into there, but again, that's for a later date. More mineralization right along here and some schists. Massive pyrite and chalcopyrite. Another chip sample from the vein right here. You have a sulfide vein. Alright, so we're going to continue on, but if you guys want to see more, you'll have to wait till the next video. We'll see you guys there.